Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the channel. It's your boy, World of Wrestling, here today to discuss about WWE Monday Night Raw, January 6th, 2025 review. And ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw last night was fucking amazing, entertaining as shit, and I absolutely loved what we saw last night. We had a shit ton of things occur on this show tonight that was mind-boggling insane. I enjoyed it very much. And I'll tell you what, guys, I am all for this. This is amazing, this Raw episode, and I think Raw on Netflix could be exciting. They got 3 hours worth of content. I think they need to go ahead and produce shows that are wrestling heavy with storyline in between to cover up the fluff, and that's how they're going to solve their 3-hour show. I honestly think that they got a shot at making Raw a very enjoyable show every single week, and I might be going over my head here. Things might come to a crashing halt next week. I don't know. But I got a feeling we're going to see some really good episodes built up each and every week. And, yeah, I think that this is going to be pretty damn good. I enjoyed Raw last night without a shadow of a doubt. The last hour, again, the third hour is always the fucking curse. I hope that eventually they decide to get rid of the 3 hours altogether. That way, it's easier to deal with. It flows better and everything. But other than that, this show was fucking unreal. This event took place in the Inuit Dome. And I gotta admit, I gotta say that I hope SummerSlam does go to the Inuit Dome at some point. I kind of miss it, SummerSlam not being in California. I don't know what it is. SummerSlam has, I think, some sort of connection with the SummerSlam theme, I think. So I hope that they maybe take this event to the Inuit Dome because it is fucking huge. There's a shitload of fucking people that were there last night. It looked like we were at a major wrestling stadium or something. Instead, it was an arena. We had an introduction about Monday Night Raw, the cold open, and man, it was like I was watching WrestleMania. I don't know how the hell that works, but I was telling my friend, I was saying, yo, is this Raw or is this WrestleMania? I'm getting confused here, you know? It was crazy. Loved the presentation, the cold open to the show. Excellent work there. Triple H introduced us to Monday Night Raw. We saw all kinds of sponsors all over the mat in the ring. That was kind of cool. I mean, they had some real outrageous shit. They went balls to the wall on this. It is what it is, man. This was just fucking awesome. I love this shit. This was definitely a fun fucking show. No doubt about it. After the cold open, we had The Rock come out with a huge ovation. The Rock was actually carrying the People's Championship belt that was given to him by the widow of Muhammad Ali at the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony in 2024. The Rock's arms are covered in goosebumps, and he makes the way to the ring, slapping hands with the fans, and The Rock hugs the TKO executives at ringside and embraces his daughters and leaves the People's Championship belt with them. The ring canvas is covered in advertisements from Fortnite to Netflix, Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer to Snickers. I don't think I'll be trying the Hulk Hogan American beer. I mean, it's one thing to be one of the greatest names in pro wrestling of all time. I mean, he wasn't a great wrestler, but he was a good entertainer for the time he was there. He was booed out of the fucking building last night, which was unreal. I guess people still hold a grudge towards what he was saying a long time ago. But hey, it is what it is. So The Rock stands in the middle of the ring and the crowd loudly chants Rocky. The Rock has some stumble on his face and raises the people's eyebrow. The Rock says years ago when he was a little pebble, he'd traveled the highways with his father, the late WWE Hall of Famer Rocky Johnson. The only way to watch WWE was either buy a ticket or watch it on Saturday morning. You can still buy a ticket, but watching it now is a totally different story. Right now, around the world, you are watching it on Netflix. Rock says tonight on Netflix in the Inuit Dome, they are making history. This is the largest arena gate in the history of WWE, and the crowd roars at paying the highest prices for WWE tickets ever. The Rock says finally the WWE has come back to Netflix. You guys look like, no, that's bullshit. Get to the real one. The Rock says he'll say this one loud and proud. It's a special night. The Rock says finally The Rock has come back to Los Angeles. The Rock wants to acknowledge a few people. When you think of great partners, you must have the right partner who loves WWE professional wrestling and sees the bigger picture. That partner is Netflix. The Rock acknowledges the Netflix executives in the luxury suite. There's also a man who The Rock has spilled blood across this country and would do it again. This man has carried the company for a year and done an amazing job. The Rock acknowledges undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, who is at ringside. So, apparently, I'm getting with this that we may not be seeing a Rock versus Cody Rhodes match taking place, especially with no kind of grudge or, any kind of really terrible statements being made by The Rock. The only thing that he referenced towards is tell Mama Rhodes that The Rock says hello. The crowd roars, though, for the champion, Cody Rhodes. And The Rock also wants to acknowledge his cousin, Roman Reigns. An OTC chant fires up. Not only is Reigns the tribal chief, but he is the original tribal chief. Tonight, it's the tribal combat rules The Rock and the world will be watching. The Rock is the high chief who carries that title with pride and respect. It's time to get this show on the road. If you smell... And The Rock lowers the microphone and listens to the thunderous Rocky chant. And The Rock finishes with, is cooking. And The Rock leaves the ring and hugs Cody Rhodes, actually. So then from there, we get the Tribal Combat Solo Sikoa versus Roman Reigns to kickstart the show. And folks, I'm going to say this. I honestly think this and the main event were two of the best matches on this entire card. Why this wasn't at the Royal Rumble is beyond me. But who gives a fuck? I'd rather have it here on the first Netflix of Raw. They did an excellent job, both matches. This was fucking awesome. We actually got fuck you chants to Solo Sikoa. That was not bleeped out, by the way. The word bullshit was not bleeped out from The Rock saying it, which I thought was very surprising. This is going to, I'm telling you guys, we are going to see a little bit of everything. We're going to see adult content that we used to see from the Attitude Era, I think, and we're going to see PG stuff. I really think we're going to see a mixture of both, where it's suitable for kids, but also the adults get a little bit of their kind of feeling of the Attitude Era back on the show in some way, while at the same time kind of allowing it to be suitable for kids to watch, I think. So we're going to see some glimpses of the Attitude Era, I believe. I really do. I think we're going to see some sort of, a little bit of attitude in these shows on Netflix. On SmackDown, probably a little bit layoff-ish on that since they are on a network. But Netflix gives them free reign to do whatever the fuck they want, in a sense, because there's no censoring. If you heard what was taking place last night, you heard all kinds of shit you didn't hear on USA. And that's all there is to it. This match, excellent match, great way to start the show. The match actually took up most of the first hour, honestly. We saw Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso. Jey Uso did not come down to the ring, which was surprising. We saw Kevin Owens interfere in this match. And then Cody Rhodes got in there to make the save for Roman Reigns to even out the odds and get rid of Kevin Owens. And we then eventually saw Roman Reigns pick up the victory and get the Ula Fala put around his neck by The Rock, as Paul Heyman held the Ula Fala during that time until the match was over. After he puts the Ula Fala on Roman Reigns, Heyman gives it to him, bows, and The Rock then puts the Ula Fala around Reigns' neck. In between them, standing on the apron, Heyman stares intently at The Rock. An OTC chant picks up. The Rock removes his sunglasses, and The Rock raises his right hand, and Reigns claps hands with him. They embrace in the ring, and Reigns turns to the crowd and stands tall with the Ula Fala. Reigns puts a finger in the air. Michael Cole says the Roman Empire is back, and Reigns looks up to the heavens, acknowledging the father of the Wild Samoans who passed away in June of 2024. Awesome shit. Really good stuff. Very good match. Didn't see this match. Got to go back and watch it. Very exciting. Pay-per-view like quality content there between these two guys. Backstage we see CM Punk shown warming up for his big match against Seth freaking Rollins. Later tonight, a video of a lucha mask is shown, and the name Penta appears. Pentagon Jr. is going to appear. He's facing Chad Gable. That was later talked about, that Chad Gable doesn't have an issue with Hispanic or luchador wrestlers. And Adam Pearce said he has the perfect opponent for him, which I honestly believe is going to be Pentagon Jr. Obviously, that's going to be the case. We get a video package. The Royal Rumble is coming to Saudi Arabia in January 2026. Gotta help us all. An advertisement for the Saudi Arabia plays. You can briefly hear the crowd booing, but they turn the microphones down. An amazing drone shot shows the Inuit Dome as Michael Cole goes through the show's sponsors. The drone then flies into the concourse arena and into the arena itself. SmackDown superstars are shown in the skybox. Gabriel Fluffy Aguilera is at ringside as well. He has a Netflix special debuting tomorrow, and Ashton Kutcher is also shown at ringside. Michael Shea from Saturday Night Live is there as well. Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio is at ringside and is showing off an Eddie Guerrero shirt. A loud Eddie chant picks up. World Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders, are seated next to Mysterio. Whale is also at ringside, and LA Knight gets a huge ovation when he appears on the screen. Then John Cena comes out to kickstart hour number 2. WWE legend John Cena makes his way to the ring. He holds it up a towel that says, "The last time is now." Cena speaks to the cameraman, as he always does, and asks, "It's the last time. Let's go to work." Cena runs down to the ring and poses. Outside the Inuit Dome, LED drones light up the sky with Cena's logo. Cena says everyone is talking about it, but you don't understand it until you're out there. There are people everywhere. LA shows up, a loud Cena chant picks up, and Cena says he knows we've heard it, but this is the first time Raw has been broadcasted worldwide. A thank you Cena chant picks up. Over the years, he learned that the people are very smart, the audience is bigger, their energy, enthusiasm, and electricity are known throughout the world, from South Korea to Brazil to India. Cena wants Los Angeles to let them know. The crowd roars. Cena thanks Netflix for allowing the world to experience Monday Night Raw. Cena thanks Raw for allowing him the honor to stand in the ring in Los Angeles for the last time. He could not think of a better place to start the farewell tour than Los Angeles, California. It's not just their excitement. Cena slept in his car while working at Gold's Gym in Venice. He also learned to wrestle at UPW in Orange County, and he rented a 2-bedroom, 600 square foot from this 2-bedroom apartment 600 feet from the building where they were at. And LA is where the prototype was born. It's where he won his first world championship at WrestleMania 21, believe it or not. For 25 years, LA has shown him the opportunity to perform in this ring for the first time in the city where dreams are made. Cena humbly thanks them. The crowd loudly chants, "Thank you, Cena." This is what this year is all about. It's about making moments. There's a lot of noise, but there's a lot of noise outside. Every day a new expert has a headline. Who is Cena going to face? Who's his last opponent he's going to face? Is he ever going to achieve the 17th title reign? So on and so forth. He says that it's been a very long time for him since the last time he ever won a singles match. 2,446 days since the last time he won an actual match on his own that was a singles match. He basically stated that, the 17th World Championship opportunity is not something he figures is in the cards because he hasn't won a singles match in a very long time. But he says, what if there's a lottery ticket that I could actually take a shot and win and get the shot for the title right out of the gate, such as the Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber? He mentions those two things. Obviously, he's going to win one of those two. I prefer him winning the Elimination Chamber and then CM Punk winning the Royal Rumble. We didn't get any announcement that this match last night was a number one contenders match for the world title. So there's still that possibility that CM Punk could be in the Royal Rumble. And we could see Cena and CM Punk as the last two guys in that ring, which would be fucking amazing. I mean, if we don't get a CM Punk John Cena singles match, at least we could see some action take place between these two as the final two combatants in the Royal Rumble. That would be fucking cool as shit. I would be totally down for that. But honestly, I don't know who is going to be facing Gunther for the world title at the Royal Rumble at this point. It still could be CM Punk, so I could be just pipe dreaming here at this point, for all I know. But the way things seem, he could end up being in the Royal Rumble, because there was no announcement of CM Punk getting a shot for the world title just because he beat Seth Rollins last night in this main event match, which again was fucking excellent. But yeah, he announces that he's putting himself in the Royal Rumble, and he's going to go in there and try to win the Royal Rumble itself. Good luck to him. He's going to need it. I don't think he's winning it. But he could be the last guy in there with the person that eliminates him. So, that's a very strong possibility. Anywho, let's get to the next segment, shall we? Alright, give me 1 minute. I'm scrolling down here, trying to find it. Alright, so we get a video package of Logan Paul as the newest member of the Raw roster. Paul says he doesn't respect the process. He won't fall in line and wait his turn. It keeps people up at night that he's so good at this. Now he's dedicating his life to this. No more side hustle, no more bullshit, 100% WWE superstar. This is the beginning of the era of Logan Paul. Logan Paul is seated at ringside. Paul shouts that it's his time. There could be a possibility with that. It could be John Cena versus Logan Paul more than likely at WrestleMania. That could be a possibility. I hope it's at WrestleMania, honestly. I think John Cena beating Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed title would be awesome. Have him defend this title in multiple times leading up to SummerSlam, and then have him lose the belt at SummerSlam to an upcoming star like Braun Breaker. That I would be totally down for. But it's going to be what it's going to be. I don't know what WrestleMania holds. I don't know what WrestleMania is going to look like. I really don't. I do not know. But anyway, the next match that was on the card was the WWE Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan defending the title against Rhea Ripley. This was a fair match. Very decent. Entertaining stuff. Rhea Ripley ends up winning back the World Championship after all this time. Match is over. Dominic Mysterio gets in the ring and looks like he will sneak attack Ripley. Ripley turns and looks at him, and Mysterio opens his arms for a hug, and Ripley looks at him and puts the title down. She goes to hug him, but then kicks him right in the groin. It looked like it hurt like a bitch. And Ripley hits Mysterio with a riptide, and Ripley talks trash to Mysterio and kicks, metaphorically, dirt at him. So there you go. As she's walking up the ramp heading towards the exit, she says that mommy is always on top, and then Undertaker's American Badass Kid Rock theme song kicks, and Undertaker shows up, drives around on the motorcycle, poses in his hand up in the air with Rhea Ripley, and that's how that segment ends. And I thought that was kind of cool. I liked it. I like seeing Undertaker being an American badass instead of the Dead Man. I mean, granted, the Dead Man character was always the best, but I liked his human side as well, being the biker American badass. So after that match was over, everybody was celebrating in the skybox except for the New Day. They didn't look impressed or anything like that for that segment. Raw GM Adam Pearce is in his office with Bayley. Kathy Kelly asks Pearce what we can expect with Raw on Netflix. Chad Gable walks up with American Made, and people can expect more of them. Gable took out Otis and Alpha Academy. Gable will win a singles championship this year and prove he has no problem beating luchadors. Gable wants to face the best luchador next week, and Pearce says he has the perfect luchador. Is he sure? Gable says he's never been unsure of anything, and Pearce has a phone call to make. Backstage segment, main event, Jey Uso's fired up. He'll face Drew McIntyre, who's shown elsewhere backstage next. We get a video package of The Rock was live on Instagram as he left the Inuit Dome. The Rock embraced his cousins and Paul Levesque in the parking garage. The Rock also embraced Travis Scott and Cody Rhodes and Rock said he will be on NXT. That should be interesting. Bill Simmons is at ringside holding up a Boston Celtics logo. Holy shit, you got a lot of balls to be doing that in LA. Those Laker fans will chop your fucking head off. Not that I blame them. Fuck Boston. Even though I don't care. It doesn't bother me about the Boston Celtics. I'll watch a Boston Celtics game, and I'm a New York Knicks fan. So there you go. Next we had Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso. This surprised the hell out of me. I thought Drew McIntyre was supposed to win this match. He ends up losing to Jey Uso. Not to mention the match was not all that great. The crowd was pretty dead for this match. I don't know if it was out of the fact that they were just tired from cheering so much, or they just, kind of just got bored of this match. This match wasn't all the best in the world. This was probably the weakest match on the bunch. I mean, it wasn't a terrible match, but it didn't have the same lifelike feel that it had with other matches with this crowd. And Jey Uso ends up winning the match by a roll-up pinfall out of nowhere, crucifix pinfall, and gets the W against Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre suffers another L here. I don't know why they had to make Drew McIntyre lose to Jey Uso on Bet Online for this event. He was actually a minus 500. I bet on him. Thankfully, I didn't bet a lot. I bet like $10 on him. I would have won back only $2, but I mean, granted, it's not like, that big of a deal anyway. But this was really bizarre that he ends up losing this match. And Jey Uso was big money, plus money. You bet $25, I believe you're going to win, I think if you bet 25 on him, he was like a plus 300. You're going to win probably over $100 or close to that. Very shocking, actually. But anyway, moving on. World Heavyweight Champion Gunther says he heard people say this is a new era. This is a new era for everyone else, but not for him. Well, the personal problems and emotional outbursts mean nothing. Gunther is still the place where dreams, hopes, and ambitions go to die. Gunther is the light at the end of the tunnel because he holds the prize they all want. He is the World Heavyweight Champion, and he is the Ring General, Gunther. Next, we had Kathy Kelly backstage with Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy. She asks what he's looking forward to, but the New Day cuts him off, and Xavier Woods says they haven't had a chance to explain what happened with them and Big E. And Kofi Kingston says she should interview the greatest tag team of all time, not this fluffy buffoon. Alpha Academy walks up to Iglesias, and Iglesias says he has to get to his amazing seats, and thanks Netflix. And Fluffy starts a New Day sucks chant. Oh my gosh. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman are walking backstage. Heyman says they need a platform for the world to acknowledge him as the tribal chief. When can Heyman book that? And Reigns says January 27th. They walk into a room and close the door. On the door is a WWE 2K25 logo. Seth Rollins is preparing for his match against CM Punk for later tonight. That was shown next. And we get a notification that WrestleMania Las Vegas will be taking place in 103 days from now. They go ahead and they list off all the other guests that were in the audience during this event. Hogan addresses the Raw on Netflix. The fucking crowd boos him to hell. He didn't have... I can't believe he managed to be professional throughout this entire thing. But, whatever. Next week, we got the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship match taking place. Dakota Kai versus Lyra Valkyria. That should be a good matchup. I think Dakota Kai, Lyra Valkyria, should win. Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. Chad Gable versus the Mystery Luchador. And Damian Priest versus Finn Balor in a street fight. So we're getting another street fight. Stephanie McMahon was shown in the audience as well. So on and so forth. And then we head into our main event, which was Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. And man, they did an awesome job. They did a fantastic job in this match. This match ended with both of these guys fucking exhausted as shit. They both connected with moves on each other. Their finishers. Seth Rollins hit 2 go-to-sleeps on CM Punk himself. I mean, this match was back and forth. Very close, too. Very unpredictable. Could have gone either way, the way they were booking this match. And at the end, CM Punk ends up getting the GTS and basically falling on top of Seth Rollins to get the 1, 2, 3 and walk away victorious as the winner. And that's how the show went off the air. And I got to admit, great match. Can't wait to see a rematch. I guarantee there's going to be a rematch. There's no way they're just going to close this out with that and that's it. There's no fucking way. There's got to be a rematch. There's no doubt about it. This was not a one-sided ass beating. This is a match that needs to be reintroduced on a major level pay-per-view type of match. This was a pay-per-view type show, really, but this needs to be on pay-per-view altogether. Whether it's at WrestleMania, SummerSlam, whenever, I don't care, but we need to see a rematch between these two, and it needs to happen. Because this was an amazing match, and I was very impressed by this. This was outstanding work by both of these guys. So, hands down to them. Everybody on this show did a great job. Again, there was a few spots, and I will say it was the last hour. Again, the last hour always sucks until the main event. So, I mean, good stuff overall. I have no complaints about Monday Night Raw's episode last night. How can you? They went all out for this. And this was just not your normal 3-hour special. This was a full-blown, we want to make it like a PLE type of event. And they did an excellent job doing that. But anyway, guys, that's all I have to say at this time. You know what to do. Hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And leave a comment down below. I'll definitely get back to you on that. Thank you guys very much for watching. And have a great night, guys. Bye.